Right. Now it's time to learn a major secret to selling that I know your competition will not want you to know and learn. Why? Because you'll be taking business right away from them, just like taking candy from a baby. Want to learn it? Awesome. Now this is really easy and a cool way to get more business quickly. And most agents just don't do it. Or they do it backwards or the wrong way. And they've not been taught the way I'm going to teach you. Now this tip, I promise, will allow you to build your book of business 10 times faster than you currently are. So follow me along here, okay? Go with me. So hopefully, being the best of the best, and as great of an agent that you are, you've already followed your initial scripts correctly in the beginning and have won that customer over in the first 10 minutes of the phone call. We can all agree by now that that's very important, right? Of course. So now the customer should be eating out of your hand. And if that customer is eating out of your hand, what should you do now? What's next? What's the next step? Well, now you should begin planting the seeds for future business. So of course, we will eventually want to capture all different lines of the business from the customer, right? But for right now, in this section, what is the first piece of business that we should ask for? And again, most agents don't do it or do it backwards because of the fear and the myth or the bad PR. And do you know what the answer is? The answer is their existing policies. Why not go after their existing policy or policies right away, every time? You should try to get an agent of record, it's called. Right away, every time. An AOR for short. I'll explain more of that in a minute. Why wait until the end when it's too late? And that's where most agents get it wrong. They wait till the end. I'll see you in the next video. For those of you listening that actually do not know what an AOR or an agent of record change is, that's okay. I'll give you the simple explanation here. In some cases, that's the case. It's when a customer signs over control and the insurance company releases control of an insurance policy, or basically a customer, right? From one agent to another at renewal. And the key is at renewal. Now, please realize that every state and every insurance company has different rules regarding agent of record changes, so please do your homework for your area. It's impossible for me to do that here. So please do your homework for your area and your company and your specific situation. Fair enough? Let me give you an example. In my particular state of Florida, it's just 3 pieces of paper for a client to sign, and about 80% of my insurance companies will allow an AOR, an agent of record. So that's pretty cool, right? Imagine, if you will, a customer signing just 3 pieces of paper, and you now have control of a new customer. It's crazy, right? But again, most agents do it wrong. They haven't been taught the correct way or are afraid to do it. Now, the reason why you want to do that is it shows commitment from you and the client, right? If a client will sign 3 pieces to make you their agent, they're committed to move forward. There's no guesswork after that. It also shows that you're a serious agent and not just a quoter. Many times we end up just quoting and quoting and quoting and never getting a commitment. That's a waste of time. If you want to be $1 million producer, time is of the essence, right? You can't just spend your whole day quoting. None of us make money quoting, do we? You can quote all day, but if you don't sell anything, you don't make any money. So doing the AOR, getting a commitment, could change your insurance career. Make sense? So again, I'd like to reiterate, why not go after the existing policies right away? You should try to get an agent of record every time in the beginning. Why wait until the end when it's too late? Because what happens if you wait till the end? Well, think about this. You have a much better chance of losing that customer, right? Have you ever had a customer stay with their current agent after you did a bunch of quotes and a ton of work, even though you had the same exact company that they're currently with as one of your options? Happens all the time, right? I'm sure it's happened to you. It's easier to stay with their agent as opposed to switching to you, at least in their minds, right? So if they're already your customer because they signed an AOR, they can't stay where they are because you're their agent, so they have to stay with you, right? Make sense? So how does getting their current policies up front help you? Think about this. You'll have the deck page already because many companies will release the policy to you for at least review within 24 to 48 hours. So you'll have the exact coverages in front of you. There's nothing worse than waiting for a customer to send you their deck page or trying to rely on the customer for the proper information that's even on their deck page. Remember, most customers don't even know what they have or what they bought, right? So you'll have the exact coverages. And you can look at the deck page with the customer. There's no guesswork that way, right? Also, it's an instant policy on your book. Now, I know it's at renewal, and this is the big pushback, and I believe it's the old way of thinking. And that means it's at renewal, so it is possible that you can get paid a little less commission. First of all, who cares? It's a free customer. But secondly, the old myth and the fear was if that other agent wrote it incorrectly, did something wrong on that policy, and you take over, you're also taking over the risk, which makes you responsible. Now, we can go round and round about that, and that may or may not be true, but I think we can get around it and be smarter. And I think the risk is very, very low for the amount of policies that you're actually going to generate and the amount of revenue that you're going to generate. But I also think our scripts and the way we do it takes care of that problem. And I'll show you those in a little while. So move that policy into your control, review the coverage, right? If the coverage is fine and correct, great. If it's incorrect or something wrong, fix it. You solve the problem. That's why I think it's a myth, because most agents don't take the time to review it and fix it. But here it is. If it is possible, improve the coverage. What if you can get better coverage at a better price? You got nothing to lose. You already have the policy. Move it. Move it to something better. Who cares? And guess what? You already have the deck page and everything right there. So go over the coverage, improve the coverage, and if you can't improve the coverage or their situation, you're improving the agent, right? Aren't you the best agent out there? You're better than 80 to 90% of the agents, so the worst thing you could possibly do is keep everything the way it is, but give them a better agent. That's win-win anyways. That's the worst thing that could happen. The best thing you can do is improve their situation, right? Have an insurance conversation, explain something, have them love you. Worst case is you stay the agent. That's the worst thing that could happen is they get a better agent. So that's your mindset going into these is either improve the situation or improve the agent. Either way, it's a win for both.
And I don't care if you don't have any wins. You go play to win.
So why not ask for the agent of record, AOR, every time? Right? Agree? All right. I hope that makes sense, and I really want you to try to do that. So in the next video, I'm going to explain word for word with our scripts and what our top agents use to gather a bunch of these. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. I'll see you in the next video. All right. Now that you can see the importance of the agent of record, let's dive into the actual phone scripts and what it should sound like. All right? So here's what it sounds like on the phone. Hey, Tom, now that we know each other a little better and I understand how I can best help you, I would like to officially become your new agent. One of the best things my current clients enjoy about me as their agent is my unbelievable level of service and commitment to them. You see, once someone becomes a client of mine, man, I'll knock through a brick wall to get the job done for them. That's the kind of agent you want, right? And the reason that I'm able to do that is because I waste very, very little time on the things and the people that interfere with getting the job done for them. Example, I just don't quote to be quoting. Unlike other agents, I have a meaningful conversation with my clients to make sure that I understand them and they understand me. We understand each other. And then we both commit to moving forward. Does that make sense? It's how we officially form our new partnership. So what company is your current insurance with? Or who are you currently insured with now, Tom? Oh, that's excellent. That's one of my many companies that I represent. Cool. Good deal. That makes it super easy for us. What I'd like to do for you right now is just send over a 3-page document, just a simple 3-page document that allows me to not only take over your policy for you, but also allows me to officially become your agent. It's super easy. You cool with that? And what I'll do, if it's all right with you, is after I get the signed document back from you, to make it super, super easy for you, I'm going to go ahead and call the company on your behalf and get a copy of it for us to review together. And then, after we review your current policy and make sure it's what you thought it was and the coverages are correct and everything, then I can go to work for you and I will run it through all my available companies in your area. Best case scenario, I'll find you better coverage at a better price. Worst case scenario, you're now a client of mine and I'll go to bat for you all the time and make sure you're completely taken care of. How does that sound? Does that make sense? That's not that difficult, right? But it's showing commitment. It's taking charge. It's not just being a quoter. Get those AORs. Get those customers to sign those agent of records. Now just imagine, of all the customers that you lose, how many more could you get? What if it's just 10%? Well, let's say you're talking to 100 customers a month or 1,000 or whatever the number is. Just by adding the agent of record to your portfolio, into your system, into your scripts, how much more business could you put on? Even if you didn't write anything else and you just got agent of records. What if all you did was focus on agent of records? How many could you get? Yes, I know it's on renewal, but put them in your book of business. Build your book as fast as possible. Over time, it'll just keep multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And these scripts are what my top agents use. So of course make them your own. Of course tweak them up. But the key is to get comfortable with them and use them all the time. Again, my top performing agents, my $1 million producers, use these scripts like clockwork. Every day, all day, every interaction. Fair enough? Can you do it? Great. So this is the end of sales secret number 1, agent of record and agent of record scripting. I hope you found it useful. So what we need to do now is partner up and practice again, right? So again, if you're alone in front of your computer, this is the end of this video, so take some time, practice these 2 scripts, tweak them, make them your own if you want, but practice them, learn them, memorize them. And again, if you're with a group of people, partner up again. One person be the agent, one person be the customer. Run through it and then switch. And then I'll see you on the next video. Good luck, have fun. So in part 1, we went over the first piece of business that you should ask for or acquire, right? The customer's existing policies by using that agent of record change, correct? Now I realize that may have been out of your comfort zone, may have been new or different to some of you, and that's okay. It is for a lot of agents. But I'm happy to tell you in this section, the secrets to selling, this concept is very familiar, super easy, and not pushy at all. How's that sound? Sounds like a relief, right? The key, of course, again, is to just be consistent with it. Do it all the time, every time. Fair enough? All right, let's dive right in. Now remember what I'm always saying. This entire process is a show from beginning to end. From the very first time you pick up that phone all the way through the end, which you'll learn through this process. So this is still the show. The show continues, right? The show must go on. So what happens then if we can't get an agent of record? Or even if we can get an agent of record, what should we do next? Well, obviously, we have to acquire some more lines of business from the customer, right? So let's talk about the easiest and the best way to do that. So now remember, going back, we've won that customer over, don't forget, because we did a great job in our first 10 minutes. We all agree on that. They love us now, again, eating out of the palm of our hand. So in this case, even though that is true, I don't believe in being overly pushy or asking for something that I didn't even earn the right to ask for yet. Meaning I didn't build enough value on my end to earn it, to earn the right to ask. Fair enough? So I believe in planting seeds or setting the expectations for later business after and when I have earned the right to ask. Does that make sense? So we're going to ask several times throughout the transaction and build more and more value as we go. So when we get to the end and it's time for the ask, it's super, super easy and the customer really, really feels good about saying yes. All right, so how do we do that? Well, from the very beginning, you always set the expectation for quoting multiple lines of business. You're going to be coming back. And I want you to ask yourself, is that being done now? Do you do it every single time? Why or why not? Or are you what they call a one-trick pony? You could picture a one-trick pony. Do you know what a one-trick pony is? That's a horse that just wins one race, right? And a one-trick pony in the insurance business is someone who just sells one policy over and over and over, never multi-lines, never opens their mouth, never talks about anything else. And although you can sell some business that way, you're never going to be a multi-million-dollar producer by being a one-trick pony. So why isn't it being done now? Most agents just forget, or they're too lazy, or again, too busy. And I'm telling you, my top performing agents, my $1 million producers, do this every single time. They make it a habit for every single transaction. And that's one of the first things agents give up, and one of the biggest mistakes. They leave a lot of money on the table by doing that. The agents just don't plant the seed early and often enough. So I need for you to do that. You're already gathering information from the customer. Go ahead and set that expectation for future lines of business. Why not? It's actually pretty easy. You're already setting yourself up as that insurance expert, right? So be the insurance expert and explain what you're going to be doing from the very first interaction. Tell your customer, I'm going to be coming back later to do this, this, or this. Make sense? For example, if it's a home closing, tell the customer that you'll be coming back after the closing to get their auto insurance, or umbrella, or life, or maybe even flood, wherever you are, whatever your situation is, whatever the product is. I'm going to be coming back for more stuff. And if I didn't say it, you're going to be coming back at least 3 times, maybe more. But remember, at least 3 times during the transaction, you're going to be planting the seeds to make it easy at the end. All right, an obvious question for you. As an agent, I like to give a nice, easy question with an easy answer. But there's a reason for it always, right? When I'm training, as you're learning. Why is it important, as an agent, to get multiple policies from every customer? Why is that important to you? From your point of view, as an agent, why should you have all the customer's business with you? Well, duh, number 1, more money, more opportunities, right? Hello, ding, ding, duh. 3 policies is more than 1. 3 commissions is higher than 1 commission. Obviously more money, right? That's the obvious one. Number 2 that everyone talks about is better retention, right? The more policies a customer has with you, the better your retention is going to be. Everybody knows that, right? What about referrals? Don't you think you get better referrals if you have customers with multiple policies with you? Isn't it a better referral as opposed to someone you just saved $10 on their insurance for? Yes, 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 I hear you. We want referrals from everyone. I got it. But what's a better referral? Is a better referral someone that calls and says, hey, you just saved my Uncle Bob $10? Or my insurance agent is so awesome. I have all of my insurance with them. They're very knowledgeable. One of the best agents I've ever had. You should let them talk to you about all of your insurance. They're awesome. What's a better referral? Which kind of customer do you want on your books, right? Remember, live by price, die by price? And finally, don't you think that creates a better relationship? It's more conversations. It's more personal knowledge about your customer. So the more policies you have, the better the relationship's going to be. Agree? So the reason that's an obvious question is if you know all those things, as an agent, if you get more money, and you get better referrals, and it creates a better relationship, and it's better retention, why don't you do it every single time? Everyone talks about it. We're going to do it, but just do it. Just picture me hitting my head against the wall right now, or on the table, or pounding my hands. Just do it every single time. It's so simple. Don't forget, don't get lazy, and don't take it for granted. It takes an extra 30 seconds, and it's so simple. Can we agree to that today? Right now, today? After this video, that you'll start doing it every single time? I hope so. And to make it easy on you, imagine this. I have a script for you, all right? And this is a nice, easy 1-page script, But let me show you what it sounds like on the phone. And again, this is what my top producing agents use all the time. It's very simple. And here it is. Hey, Tom, I know that you have a lot of stress going on with this new home closing. So obviously, my priority is to get you through the closing. I want to make sure that goes as smooth as possible and you don't have any issues. I want to make sure the insurance piece is perfect for you. I do want you to know, however, that after the closing, I will be reaching out to you to discuss other ways that I can help you. I really want us to have a serious conversation at a later date and time and go over your existing coverages, discuss your needs, and try to even save you a bunch of money. Would that be okay with you, Tom? And of course, he's going to say yes, right? Oh, and just like your homeowner's insurance, I have a ton of options for your auto and your liability and your life and flood. Pretty much anything you need, I will be able to help you. I'm looking forward to talking to you about that. Oh, and just so you know, the absolute same rules apply. No pressure at all. Just a conversation to see if I can be of service and if I can help you in any way. If I can't help you or find what you need, I will tell you that right up front and advise you to stay with your current company. Again, no pressure. Does that sound fair enough? Of course they're going to say yes, right? Isn't that simple and easy? You can do that, right? I try to make it easy and simple, but the key again is consistency. Every single transaction, add the script. Fair enough? All right, that brings us to the end of this video. So please, this is a short script. Take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you need, and study the script. Partner up if you want to, or just take a few minutes to read it and put it in your brain. And I will see you on the next video.